So, last video I told you that I was gonna go through the three different body types to help you train dependent on which one you are. So in this video I'm gonna be going through an ectomorph since I am one of them, you know. I am an ectomorph. Not that you know. But yeah, so an ectomorph. If you're an ectomorph, you usually have longer limbs, you're quite slender, you can be quite tall as well. But the main point is, for an ectomorph, is it's hard for them to gain weight no matter what you do. It's hard for them to gain muscle mass, it's harder for them to gain fat, no matter how much you eat. This is due to ectomorphs usually having a higher metabolism than any of the three body types, and due to their ability to put on more lean muscle, that can easily increase your metabolism as well, because lean muscle has got a direct effect on your metabolic rate. So I guess to know if you're an ectomorph, you're going to be thin, you're going to be long, have long arms. The hardest muscle groups for an ectomorph to build on are the forearm and the calves. Usually because they are smaller muscles, they're harder to train on their own, and these are the two longest bodies in the bone. These are the two longest bones in the body, sorry. But yeah, that is not to say that you cannot build muscle just like any other three. Many things an ectomorph might hear is, oh dude, you know, you're so thin, putting on muscle should be easy, why don't you just eat more? Or, you know, unlike you, I don't have to lose fat to look good, you know, you can just build on muscle in no time. That is not directly true, because some people can just be thin, might not be an ectomorph, they can just be thin. But if you're an ectomorph, building muscle and fat is a lot harder to do than people would think it is to do. So you could be eating 3,000 calories a day, which is above the average for any male or female human being, and you could still not gain any weight. Which is the trouble for an ectomorph, because many other body types would be like, yo, you know, just lift some weights and you'll get there in no time. That isn't also true corresponding that, because lifting weights also burns calories. So you can lift weights and indirectly lose weight at the same time. But if you do that, you're burning more calories, meaning you have to eat a lot more calories as well to gain any more weight. So it's a bit of a struggle, but you can do it. If you're younger and you're an ectomorph, I recommend just eating a lot all the time. I'm talking like 6 meals a day, just piling on the calories, because that might sound like, oh yeah, but he's just telling me to bulk. Bulking for an ectomorph is also very, very hard to do, but that isn't bulking, that's just increasing the calories for you to actually gain some weight. But if you do it in the wrong way, you're just going to put on some fat. Luckily, as you grow older, your metabolism should slow down, should start to like die down, you should start putting on weight. But if that's the case, and all you're doing is eating, you're just going to put on fat. So training, lifting, I was lifting for like a year, and I was really really thin, but I was lifting for a year, and in the first few weeks you do start to see results dependent on how much you train, how much you eat. I was eating so much food, and yeah, so if you're an ectomorph, you really can put on a lot of weight pretty quick if you just pile on the food. You know, you just train, try not to do any cardio, like not to do cardio, but try to do little cardio if you're trying to put on weight, because the more cardio you do, the more calories you burn, the more food you're going to need, etc. and etc. So on the other hand, ectomorphs are usually a lot better at track events, running, because they've got longer limbs, they can be travelled further, but you're not going to be a Mo Farah straight out the womb, so that's down to training as well. You know, if you just sit around all day, you can be unhealthy but not fat, so your cardiovascular system is just going to crash, alright? So even ectomorphs may look thin, but they can be a lot stronger than many of the other people who could be a mesomorph or forgot it. They can be a lot stronger than a mesomorph or an endomorph through lifting and not look it. So you can have some really ripped mesomorph, but there can be some ectomorphs who can deadlift a lot better than they can. They can deadlift more, they can squat more. So it's not down to the appearance. Like, when it comes down to it, people think that I don't lift a lot, but I can lift a lot more than what people think I can lift. So it's like, just because you don't look as big doesn't mean you're not as strong. What? Come on then. Shut up. It's also down to the surface area of your bones as well, because, you know, skeletal muscle is the one that's being shown off, and let's say you've got really long upper arms, okay, the bone in your upper arm is like super long, like my wingspan is 6'6", so let's say my upper arm, it looked like, you know, I've got a mirror behind the camera, so anyway, so let's say my upper arm is like 60 centimeters, you know, and then you get someone who's 5'5", who looks really jacked, really shredded, and looks like defined and muscular and everything. They've got a wingspan of like 5'5", right? That would oh my. And they've got, say, an upper body, you know, an upper arm length of, let's give it 30 centimeters to make the math easy. So their upper arm is half the length of your upper arm, okay? That means you need twice as much muscle to look just as like ripped as he does. So it goes hand in hand really. If you're twice as big, you need twice as much muscle to look the same. Alright? If you are planning on training and you're an ectomorph, I do recommend strength training and hypertrophy training. I do say to stick away from endurance training. I mean, you can do a bit of endurance, but it isn't going to build you as much. And stay away from cardio, unless you want to be eating so much more than you already do, okay? The good thing about being an ectomorph is any muscle you put on, you can see, alright? You are going to notice results. You're going to see the results quicker than any other body type will, alright? But it's just getting them results which is going to be the struggle, okay? So yeah, do hope that helped any ectomorphs out there, you know. Just get to the gym, get eating, and you're gonna get there, you know. Just stay positive, read the results. I do recommend the eating of bulking because you need to, but not bulking, okay? Because if you bulk, you're gonna put fat on, you're not gonna see the results you want to, and it can lower your self-esteem, it can make you stop wanting to go to the gym. But yeah. Anyway, I do hope this video helped anyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace.